All right, welcome to a student of the game. We've got Lucas back. He's back once again. We're actually going to do a match breakdown this time. We didn't do it last time, but this time we will do it. It will be probably a separate video. If it's in the same video, I lied to you. But anyway, hi.
Hi.
How's your ankle?
Sorry, my ankle's broken.
Yeah.
I have a green stick fracture and I have something else going on.
Oh, it's actually broken.
Well, no, like a green stick fracture is where it's not properly broken.
Yeah, it's all the same. Like fracture, break, all the same shit, right?
I'll be fine. I think I'll be fine. I actually wouldn't have said anything if the comp wasn't next week. It's just that I felt like if it got looked at too hard, I was going to shatter into 1,000 pieces, and I just thought.
Oh, well, I'm glad I've just brought it attention to the tens of people who listen to this.
The ops know the weaknesses.
Yeah.
It's my right ankle, guys.
Oh man, that sucks.
Just fucking society the shit out of it.
I will. I'll remember that for next time.
But then you are equally crippled.
I'm more crippled for sure.
By far.
I'm way more crippled.
Yeah.
Shout out. This is how much I can bend my knee.
Hell yeah.
It's an improvement.
90 degrees, let's go.
No, this is like.
That is an acute angle.
That is an acute angle. We're not obtuse in this bitch.
You're just like shaking and sweating while you're doing it.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. My little flap got removed. It's pretty nice. My bucket handle flap.
Oh, the meniscus thing, yeah.
Yep. So we're good. We're on the mend.
That's Ali. Ali has a fucked meniscus as well, right?
Dude.
And it's like so common.
You've seen the pieces, right? The picture
Of
the shit they pulled out?
him?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God, you haven't?
No,
I've seen it.
I haven't. No, I've seen like bone fragments when people remove them, but no, his meniscus is also torn.
Yeah.
And where I was going with that is I've just seen him before a comp. I think he competed once against Ash Williams, and he's just sitting there like, as we're about to go to compete, his leg is just stuck.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't move it.
Dude.
It's like, give it a whack, brother.
That's horrible.
What do you do?
Like, that easily could have happened to me at Subversion.
Right, yeah.
Easily. Like backstage, mid-match, terrible.
I wonder how many people that's happened to. Like,
It did happen to someone. At the most recent Subversion, someone did get their knee stuck, couldn't unstuck it, had to pull out of the match on the night.
oh shit.
I don't remember who. Someone could tell me.
I know there was that one guy, his name's Sam, who fell off the stage. And
Sam Ortiz.
Sam Ortiz. And his knee got fucking eviscerated.
Yeah, it was really bad.
I saw him more recently. He's walking, so that's good. But yeah, crazy.
I saw him at trials and he had a knee brace on the other leg. I'm like, what the fuck? He goes, new injury, other leg.
Yes, yeah. When I was walking in, I saw him. He told me the same story. Fucking shout out raised platforms, bro.
Yeah, the pit is really good for that.
Pit's good for that. Pit's scary. It's like, for me, like the CJI thing, there was massive crowd, and then you're on a pit, and then you have to go further down into it.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, because it was only 2 weeks before ADCC that I pulled out, that I remember thinking, I'm not doing CJI, that's kind of a bummer, but at least I don't have to go like into a pit, you know? It was scary, just the thought of, and even that it's named a pit, alley, but pit.
Pit.
It was like kind of scary, just the image of that, you know?
Yeah. I did a very local tournament in Canberra where I had to do a pit.
Yeah.
Pit sucks, by the way. Did you ever get backed up against it at all?
No, I have no answer.
Yeah, there is no answer. I tried to, I went for like an Uchimata and my post leg just grazed the thing and I just fell like a fucking idiot and I was stuck against the pit.
I saw like B-team highlight reels of someone walking up the pit and just getting snapped.
Yeah, it was Nicky Rod and Joseph.
Bro.
Yeah.
Who was getting, it was Joseph getting snapped.
Joseph getting snapped, yeah.
Yeah, crazy. You know, I wonder how that would go now. I reckon Joseph would fucking melt him.
You've seen the video of Joseph foot sweeping him, right?
Nah, but
There's he hits like the most perfect Sasai on Nicky Rod, and Nicky Rod just pinwheels through the air.
Really?
Oh, it was amazing.
You know, I used to, Declan's just come to visit for a couple of weeks, and right up until Declan came to visit, the only thing I knew about Nicky Rod was the interactions I'd had with him, which was, frankly, is just kind of a competitive arsehole. Like, that's all I knew about him.
Yeah.
Obviously, I respect him a lot, like the way he handles himself in a big competition. It's amazing. But to interact with him, terrible.
I have heard that a bit.
Right. But then Declan's telling me some stories about him. I'm like, wow, was I wrong?
Yeah.
Like, it turns out he's a very nice person.
I had the exact same revelation. I had sort of held the same opinion. Like the one time I'd spoken to him, it was like, it wasn't amazing.
Yeah.
It was fine. Like I don't have any issues with the guy at all. I don't really know him. And then same thing, Declan was owing a lot of his mindset success to Nicky Rod. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's unexpected.
Yeah. Declan said exactly, I imagine the exact same story to me about being grateful. And
Yep.
yeah. And I should know better. I have incredible resting bitch face. So someone who's like that, I should know better than to just judge them.
You know when you were at the eating competition with Allsop?
Yeah.
I was
where I beat him. You
did beat him.
Thank you.
Quite dominantly. I was still scared of you at that point.
What?
Because it was post beating that you gave me.
Oh, like white belt Jake?
White belt Jake, and I was still scared of you.
Bro, being dismissive towards white belts is kind of like, it's so ingrained in me at this point that I have to fully check myself. Like, I think it's part of jiu-jitsu culture. It's kind of fucked up, frankly.
I agree, yeah. They're just little guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like something that we were at one point. We just lose all empathy for them.
Yes.
Straight away.
I know.
Harrison just walked in a second ago. He has a picture of me standing on his head. Standing on his head with 2 feet, which I could still do. I promise you I could still do it. He taps before I get there. I would do the muscle. Sorry, this is just because it's him, right? I would do the thing that Marcelo Garcia did with I think Ben Askren, which...
Oh, the rolling footage?
Yeah, the rolling
okay,
footage.
yeah.
Or maybe not. Maybe it was he puts his hands behind his back and then just, instead of making hooks, he just puts his knees here so you can't get it back. But I would do that and then just bring my feet to his head and then roll him belly down. And I would do this and he would tap before I got there and then says, I can't do that to him, stand on his head. And I'm like, well, I can, because that happened.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said anything about Ben Askren, man. That guy's actually my hero now.
Oh my God, he is unbelievable.
I saw a reel, and it's his retirement speech, which I can't believe he competed again.
Insane.
The reel had it cut with what he looked like in hospital.
He looks like a skeleton.
Yeah. He's like a different person.
Yeah.
Hugely inspirational.
Yeah, unbelievable. That guy's insane.
Never would have thought that.
You can't complain about having bad cardio when you have new lungs. Like, anyone ever complaining about their cardio is bad, it's like, bro, try have a double lung transplant.
Man, he just loves it.
Yeah, he's a dog. But you wanted to talk to me about something, and you stopped me and before the pod. Did you want to talk about it on here? You had a parent come up to you?
Yeah, so to preface the videos that we were going to break down, I was talking to a parent yesterday and we were talking about going from K-guard to a triangle, right? And it was this thing that became a big deal because a friend of mine, he was at a competition and he was really struggling with people who would just drop to their knees and disengage. And it was a grappling industries and he'd lost a match and he noticed during that match when he watched it back that all he needed to do was have a halfway decent upper body threat to force the guy to posture to then get to his leg.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about this with one of the parents, and then the example that I could think of was I think it was Pan Americans with Tainan and Roberto Jimenez.
Yep, X-guard, right?
I thought it was K-guard. X-guard, K-guard is roughly the same.
Yeah.
It's just whether the foot's inside or outside.
For sure.
But yeah, Tainan does do that, right?
Yeah.
They go X-guard, put their hands on the mat and go to a triangle. It could have been that, but the idea is the same.
Yeah.
It's like if they posture K-guard.
Yeah.
And I guess with Tainan, it doesn't matter if they posture. He can just bear grip his way.
Back. Yeah.
Pardon the interruption, but I've been training jiu-jitsu for almost 8 years and I've worn basically every single brand out there. Adapt Jiu-Jitsu is genuinely my favorite. Gets rid of the cringe marketing like no days off and all that sort of nonsense. It's just really well-made gear. Very thick fabric, not too thick, correct amount of thick. It fits perfectly, it holds up. I recently was able to compete in my new kit, so it was the first time putting it to an actual test and it performed perfectly. If you guys want to check out Adapt Jiu-Jitsu and save a little bit of money, use code STUDENT15 and you get 15% off at adaptjiujitsu.com. Now back to the pod.
Anyway, so that match was hectic. He does manage the triangle. And the reason that match had been so exciting for me when I was watching it was, at the time, was because they had a previous match. Did you know that they had a previous match?
No.
A colored belt?
No. I don't know anything really about their colored belt history.
So Roberto used to be a bit bigger, and they did I don't know if they had more matches than this, but they definitely had a match at purple belt. And I think Roberto was like a heavyweight and Tainan was middleweight still, or maybe a bit bigger because he was a bit bigger then.
Yep.
And they do Roberto does, I think it was like a pretzel bolo. You know the Atos pretzel bolo thing?
Oh yeah.
It's like singling X,
Yep.
and then you kind of put yourself in a read with the intention of going to a wedge. Right, so he does that, takes his back and finishes Tainan, and then gets up, bends over looking between his legs at the AOJ crowd and starts slapping his ass because he had a patch on his ass that said steroid-free jiu-jitsu.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, yeah, bro. I just had that memory while I'm talking to this parent, which obviously kicked off a whole other kind of conversation.
Yeah.
And he did that at the whole AOJ crowd.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe that happened. So it was like, to see them at Pans when they had that kind of history was amazing. Yeah.
That'd be a spicy match. You'd be like, I need to get this motherfucker back.
I mean, probably, I think, to be honest with you, by that point when he was black belt, he was Tainan. Like, what
Yeah.
are you going to do?
Yeah.
And also, are any of those AOJ guys on gear because they all have the clean test? You can see it. They post it every year.
They do.
So,
Well,
therefore, they are clean.
yes, that is true. But like, you know when the test is going to be, right?
Sorry?
You know the date of the test that's coming up.
They have a clean test, Jake.
Sorry. You're right. Excuse me.
Because this is just how my stupid ADHD brain works. So that was a pretzel bolo from on top.
Yep.
And then it just, conversations in this gym don't happen in 5 minutes. Like, you know that.
Yeah. You got to navigate the ADHD.
Jake films like a lot of the stuff for my Patreon, and the quality is so amazing, but the quality on my end is terrible. In that I'll show a technique with SK, and then me and SK will argue about something for about
Genuinely 15 minutes. Yeah.
every single time. That's a low estimate too. I think.
That's a good, like a short, concise argument.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need more scared blue belts in this place, bro.
They don't exist here.
Fuck.
You know what? That is the cause of my derision towards white belts these days. Is that just that
They're mouthy and they haven't earned it.
Oh, but has anyone heard this line? In 3 years, I'm gonna bash you. Have you heard that line? Everyone's heard that line. I swear everyone's heard that line. In 3 years, I'm gonna bash you, just wait. Well, I waited.
I'm
so
waiting,
many
bro.
times. I waited.
I'm here still.
And when it happens, like by the time people get that good, they're not talking like that.
No.
Like, I don't know, they just don't.
Do you ever, self-expectation is interesting, right? Do you ever feel like what's your expectation of yourself?
How do you mean?
As in, what is the standard that you hold to yourself so that you make sure that kind of guides your everyday existence?
Is this kind of like, where does self-belief become delusion? Or is this just like, what makes...
What's your like North Star?
Oh, okay, yeah, cool. So I was having this, okay. In this gym, there's a running debate over whether Khabib Nurmagomedov would bash me in a grappling match. And I'm like, it just depends on the rule set.
Sure.
Like if I can just do an IBJJF match, he wouldn't know the rules.
No.
But the parents here will just firmly believe that he would just pin me down, do a very strong crossface, and then I would lose.
Yeah, you just grab your head.
Grab your head. And I think that kind of speaks to the culture of the area. This is, we're currently in Auburn in Western Sydney. So if you know the area, just YouTube it. And what you're gonna see is people doing wheelies on dirt bikes, fireworks, insane behavior. I know this guy, you know him too, good friend of mine. And I've seen a video of him in the passenger seat next to the driver, and they get out and they climb over the top of the cab, and then they climb back in the other side at 60 kilometers an hour.
Oh my God.
3 streets that way.
That's so bad, dude.
I'm saying, like, this is the fireworks display in Auburn is better than the Sydney Harbour fireworks. I'm not kidding. If you're a tourist and you come here to these streets, you'll enjoy it far more than if you go to, you'll just be in way more danger.
Way more danger, but that's kind of the fun part.
It was so much fun. So I didn't know, and I rode my bike there from my house because you can't drive in.
Yeah.
And all the streets are blocked off by everyone's utes, and the police just kind of don't go there. Everyone spends, I'm not kidding, like high 5 figures of their own money. Just each year it's a different family. And I will send you a clip of this.
Yeah.
You're standing this far away from people just shooting fireworks.
Unbelievable, dude.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Have you seen those firework injuries?
I thought I was going to see one.
It's crazy you didn't actually.
Right, he lights it and he's like, what? A guy went blind that year. I'm not.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you just blow him in the face? Pause.
Unpause.
Actually, quick unpause.
The area is ridiculous. The area is ridiculous. It's its own culture. There's no other way to put it.
Yep.
Check out Spanian.
Yeah. Immediately what I thought of.
and yeah, the parents here believe that Khabib would just bash me.
Yeah.
Right? I forget where I was going with that because the area is just.
No, I know. That did need to be elaborated on if people don't know.
Yeah. Because it's a totally different sport and none of it involves, it's nearly not even a combat sport to that point.
Sure.
There's obviously potential for horrific injury. So it's like GSP said, it's like you don't really play it. You have to kind of.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's the reason for a lot of people getting frustrated that some other people call it a fight.
Sure.
I think it's the potential for injury.
Yeah.
And then the intent behind it is what makes people think that. But it is a game with rules.
Definitely.
We
were talking about your North Star.
Yeah. So where I'm going with this is Khabib Nurmagomedov unintentionally does my head in this gym, in that everyone thinks that to be successful in the sport, you have to be as much like him as you possibly can be.
Okay.
Whatever you do has to approximate what he does.
Sure.
Or did.
Makes
and
sense.
he talks about sacrifice, but I don't think it exists. As in, if you talk about sacrifice in terms of your identity and how it relates to this sport. So it'd be like the argument between motivation and discipline. Obviously sacrifice exists. I'm not being ridiculous. What I'm saying is, if you think that waking up at 4 a.m. to go for a run, to then have a coffee, to then lift, to then have breakfast with your family, to then go and train jiu-jitsu and do that 3 times a day, you are doing what people would describe as being disciplined, right? But I have this friend and he says that discipline doesn't exist. And then he gave a really good, compelling argument. He says, what you actually are is you are fulfilling an identity. And the identity you're fulfilling in that moment is the identity of a person who is fit and dedicated towards being successful. So if you're motivated by that identity, then you aren't necessarily being disciplined, right? Because they exist. Like if you're motivated, you're not disciplined.
Right.
And people say you need to sacrifice motivation for discipline.
Yeah.
But really, your motivation just comes in the form of fulfilling an identity. And think of it like this. There's a croissant. I love to eat a croissant, but I want to be fit. So
Yeah.
I don't eat the croissant so I can be fit. So I'm just like, you just have to have the executive function to defer the little bit of pleasure here to have more later. It's literally an intelligence test.
Yep.
So this is just
Delayed gratification.
Sure, yeah. But the reality of that is you're motivated to be a fit person.
Yep.
Maybe you sacrificed the croissant, but really it's just you had the executive function to say, I want this thing more, right? And it's actually supported by what's happening in your brain when you make that decision. Well, in that sense, if my North Star, as you put it, is to support my family using jiu-jitsu, and specifically to support my family using jiu-jitsu and show the world that you don't have to be what Gordon Ryan portrays himself to be a successful athlete in the sport, right? And I get to do that with a funky open guard, which I just really like. Well, then I'm motivated, extremely motivated to get on the assault bike, which is just behind the camera, to make sure I'm fit enough to play open guard against some of the world's best guard passes, right? And I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not bemoaning this thing where I have to get on the assault bike, which is objectively very difficult.
Yeah, it's painful.
I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to get that tired because I get to be the person that, so if my identity is built around being someone who supports my family through jiu-jitsu, then I'm happy to do those things. I think that's the difference between someone like Jack Della Maddalena and someone like Islam.
Okay.
Like Makhachev,
Yep.
which is that totally different cultures, but conceivably one can be competitive with another.
Yep.
Because the big argument there for a long time, this is just a thing people say, is you need to come from poverty or hardship
Yep.
in order to be successful.
Yep.
But then why could someone who doesn't be competitive with them, right? And it's that. They're
Yeah.
motivated to fulfill this identity, to do something that they really enjoy, to be this person that they want to be. So they're happy to do the same work, right?
That's funny you say that. I remember I had someone, they're like, oh, how often do you train? I'm like, oh, I gave them my schedule. Like, man, you gotta be so disciplined to do that. I was like, I don't feel disciplined.
Right.
I just do it. Like, I don't know. I don't ever have a battle with myself as in like, oh gosh, I have to go to jiu-jitsu today. I'm always like, I don't even think about it. You just go. You know, it's interesting that you put that into words. It's that it's part of my identity, so I don't have to wrestle with the idea that I have to do jiu-jitsu today. It's like I get to do it.
It's probably a habit now as well, right?
For sure.
And
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Those consistent, habits, I guess.
Yeah.
The things that you consistently do are going to make up the person that you are.
Yeah.
Like what you're actually doing on a day-to-day basis.
That makes sense.
I mean, that's why they say if you change little things over the course of time, it kind of changes what person you are.
Yeah.
This tracks with that.
100%.
I just didn't like this thought that you have to sacrifice and be disciplined and generally be unhappy in order to be successful.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
It's funny you say that as well. I remember Danaher had this discussion with everyone. It was like a post-class Q&A. And he said, if I ever get a chance to have him on the podcast, I would like to ask him more about this. But he was like, some of the greatest to ever do it were just complete nut jobs. Like not to do jiu-jitsu, just greatness in any field generally are complete fucking loons outside of jiu-jitsu. So he said, he gave some examples, I don't remember the people he gave, but it was, he was essentially saying, you have the choice between happiness and greatness. He goes, you don't he's like, as far as I'm concerned, you don't necessarily get to have both. And I was like, you could see people's faces drop in the Q&A. Because you could all see them think like, gosh, do I want to be happy or do I want to be great? And then, I don't know if I necessarily agree with it or not, but it was a very interesting take. Happiness or greatness, you don't get both.
Yeah, that's troubling.
It is extremely troubling. This is the kind of shit that goes on, man. Fuck.
But it's like, I guess, how are you defining happiness in that scenario? Like, what if happiness was fulfillment? You know?
Yeah.
Because if what's going to fulfill you is to achieve goals that you set for yourself, then that's a tricky one because you can't really set those goals outside of yourself. So if I just said I need to be a black belt gi world champion, it's something I'd really love to be. But if I set that standard for myself and said I'm going to only be happy when that happens, well then I'm not going to be happy.
No.
And to be honest with you, if you're not happy and that's the mode with which you operate, and then eventually you achieve that goal, you're not gonna be happy then either.
Yeah.
Because the habits you just built for yourself every day are to be unhappy in order to achieve goals. In fact, I think it'd be worse for you. I think it'd be worse. I mean, I think we've said this before.
We have said this, in the first one we said this before, but it's still relevant.
Yeah, and I think it definitely resonated with me when I sort of formalized my understanding of that. Levi was someone who said that to me. He's like, you have to be happy training every day.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing every day.
For sure.
Those other comps are like, that happens once a year. What are you gonna do? Set your whole happiness by one day? That'd be ridiculous.
I feel like happiness is a scale. I'm trying to think in my head as you were talking, like, when am I like really happy? And it's like, you just have like little moments of happiness that are great, and then you kind of just go back to baseline. Like if you're happy all the time, there's just something fucking wrong with you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absurd.
I don't really know. Yeah, it's like happiness is weird. It's like a sliding scale. If you're like, oh, I want to be happy. It's like, yeah, but do you?
Oh, you say it's like you'd only perceive happiness if you've had hardship, that kind of thing?
I think so. I don't really know what I'm saying, to be completely honest with you, but I just think like having a permanent state of happiness is just not real. Because it just comes and goes. Like how happy are you after you win a match?
I guess like elated or like exultant. Like it's nearly
when
like
you
a
won
relief.
trials, how long were you happy for?
Okay. I didn't expect to win trials when I won it. So when I won it, this absurd thing happened where I looked at my phone and I noticed my follower count going up, and that I'd gotten messages from people that I like saying congratulations, and I was just getting this like steady trickle of dopamine.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool. But in terms of the actual act of winning the comp, my very first reaction was like disbelief. And then I did feel a little bit bad for Will. Actually, everyone I competed against, because they kind of had the same hopes that I did.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. That's right. Everyone wants to win, right?
So I guess it was a cathartic moment. There was nearly like I was exultant. Like there was like relief there. I was happy, but it just felt like it came at the cost of someone. My favorite things about jiu-jitsu is when it doesn't. Like, okay, so last night there's one spot left in the under 85 Street X comp, and two of the boys had like a no time limit sub only match to see who goes in it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
And I guess if you frame it as one of them lost, well then someone lost something. But because it happened in the gym, in my mind, it was one person gets to go to this competition and do their jiu-jitsu and show everyone, and the other person gets a chance to really focus on developing the skill that they were unable to apply in that role.
For sure.
Right? So I guess in that sense, I'm trying to reframe it in a way where no one loses.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could do the same with the tournament, right?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could.
Will could just need to work on some stuff.
My favorite thing that happened was after the first CJI, and so this was really cool, right? There was a young girl. She was like 11 or 12 at the time, and I had gotten this big old check.
Yeah.
And I was in the crowd actually. I wasn't, because I'd been watching Levi on day 2, and I was in the crowd, and on my way out, a bunch of people wanted pictures of me, with me, which was
shocking.
Yeah, and my mate Charlie, who was taking the pictures, was also taking a video on his camera of all the people doing it, and just watching me going like, sort of like eject from my body.
Yeah.
So I had forgotten, because you picked up a physical check. We're at the front, and we're waiting for an Uber, and people are still asking for pictures, and we got a physical check, so I had to run back to where it was the red room at that arena, and I had to run there and pick up the check and come back. And in that time, this girl had seen me run off, this 11-year-old girl, and she said, oh, is he coming back? I'd love to get a picture. And she waited. And they said they didn't know how long I was gonna be until I came back, and she waited. It was like 25 odd minutes.
Yeah, wow.
And it kind of just, it hit me in a way where I was like, I didn't know why she wanted a picture with me, because I'm just me.
Yeah.
Right? But it was kind of cool to think of, like, what is she seeing when she sees me?
Yes, dude.
You know?
Exactly that.
Right? It's not me.
Yeah.
It's like, but.
You're like, I wouldn't get a picture with me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. But there's people I would want to get a picture with.
For sure.
And I thought, like, maybe they feel that way about themselves too, and it was kind of a nice thing, and in a way it made me want to live up to that person, right? I don't know if that's trying to live for other people's expectations, but it was a really nice moment for me, and it was a really cool, really flattering moment of reflection where I just kind of wanted to be that thing, whatever she saw in me at that moment was.
That makes sense. I always think of, like, before you were here, I was sitting on the couch crying watching a John Cena video, because he was like doing a Make-A-Wish or something like that. And he's got like the most Make-A-Wish grants or whatever. And like in his head, he has the record. He's granted that many wishes. He's like 600 plus wishes.
Fire, that's like 600 days.
Genuinely.
Of his life.
Yeah. And
pretty cool.
And he's like, I'm assuming it's similar to him. His perspective is like, if this kid who could potentially die just wants to see me and hang out with me, how could I say no? And you're like, holy fuck, dude, of course.
Yeah,
when you put it like that.
Just a bit of a sick cunt.
He's the man.
That's pretty cool.
He's the man.
Yeah, he's the man.
It made me think of that, where it's like, you know, you're... Like no, I know, it's a bit different. And it's a bit different, but...
This was more a flattering moment for me. He just seems like an actual gem.
Yeah. This podcast is like a Make-A-Wish for me. but to the way that people see you versus the way you see yourself, and then getting kind of jammed up with that sort of juggling. Am I doing this for them? Or am I doing it for me? That could be kind of weird, right? Where you're like, I don't want to change too much of who I am because then I'm not really doing it for me. I'm doing it for other people.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Interesting to juggle that.
No, definitely. Like you said, what the North Star thing was, and it's that. It's I want to support my family using jiu-jitsu.
Exactly.
I love this sport. I love talking to all my friends after training and figuring out what went wrong. And some of the moments of people excelling when you've trained a skill and then they apply that skill is so thoroughly fulfilling.
So good, right?
It's the best. Like there's moments that it's a bit like a bit of self-gratification where it'll be something that I have said that you can see them do exactly that.
Like, yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
What are you currently like? We're very similar in that we get obsessed with things. Is there anything that you're obsessed with right now that you can't stop thinking about?
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Jonathan Alves because he kind of disappeared.
He did, eh?
Yeah.
One World's disappeared.
It was that he won Worlds, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched the match with Pedro Maia just then. Like an hour ago. I think that was the finals match where he won. Because I'm trying to get across to the parents here, and this is the premise of that podcast that we were talking about doing, where I think that IBJJF rules, or just a very concise rule set, is going to be big for the sport ultimately.
Oh, as in like a unified rule set?
Just one that people can understand.
Sure.
Right? And I think that, and this is not a shot at Flow Grappling, their attempt at this was to simplify the rules. So if you watch a Who's Number One, they've got judges favor X, or judges favor red or blue. And then you watch a match like Gavin, it was Owen Jones and Gavin Corbe.
Yep.
And it's like, we favor Owen. In the first 5-minute period, we favor Owen. In the second, we favor Owen. And in the end, Gavin wins. And I watched it. This was actually the night before the last Street X comp.
Oh, okay.
I watched that one because Declan was competing, and I was watching Declan smoke the open weight competition.
Oh, that was the Absolute tournament, right?
Yes.
That was sick.
And that night, Owen competed against Gavin.
Yep,
right?
yep.
And the outcome of that particular match confused me because they had said twice that they favor Owen, and then in the end, Gavin won.
Yep.
And I just didn't know what the fuck was going on there.
Yeah. And you do jiu-jitsu.
And I do jiu-jitsu, yeah. And that's because, so in an IBJJF match, if someone scores 2 in the last 30 seconds, the crowd is going to know.
Yeah,
and they're
that
going
guy's
to respond.
won.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you watch a match like Leandro Lowe versus Berth Santos at Brasileiro.
Oh yeah, it's a scrap.
But I believe that that's what jiu-jitsu could be like. The way that crowd is losing their mind, like play a clip of it. Play a clip of just the crowd responding to Leandro making close guard. And here's why, right?
Yeah.
Berth Santos, psychopath that he is.
Yeah. In jail.
Yeah. Which, you know.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
Yeah, fair. Was really good at punishing a guard pull. He'd either shin fold or knee cut, but it was really hard to make a guard on him, right? So Leandro putting him in close guard and arresting his movement was actually a big moment tactically in the match, even though nothing appeared to happen. If you understood the nature of both players and what that would mean for the outcome of the match, then you would understand why it's a big deal, and the crowd responds, they scream. That's like...
Because like, you're not getting those points back, bitch.
Right.
You're not opening this close guard.
And then when Leandro finally does score on him, they lose their mind. They know. They know what the outcome of the match is going to be at that point.
100%.
And then, so the main thing about jiu-jitsu is always going to be the submission. Like the moments that people remember, this is always going to be a submission, the biggest deal in jiu-jitsu. But
for sure.
That's my belief. But to create excitement around the sport for each match individually, man, you need a clear scoring criteria.
Yeah.
Like there's a match that happened between Tommy Langica and Michael Liera Jr. And Tommy's winning the whole match, and then in the last, I think, 30 seconds, Michael Liera hits a sweep and then wins. It's this massive come from behind victory that might not have happened in another rule set if the scoring criteria weren't as clear.
Right. If it was who's number one, Tommy still would have won.
Right.
Yeah.
And even if And then even if they gave it to Michael Liera, people would have been like, fucking why?
Yeah. Exactly. That's right.
Whereas like having it be clear creates this opportunity for moments like that.
So I had that actually with, it was Rob, I won't say who it is. It was Arcane Grappling. It was Arcane Grappling and I was the head ref, or head judge, sorry. And so when these matches go to decision, it falls to me, who won the match. Essentially, we say to everyone, we're favoring position over submission attempts. So if you just like wrap up a heel hook and the guy spins and freezes knee line and he's out, it's gonna count less than if you got mounted, right? That happened very clearly in one of these matches. The guy was being put in outside heel hook over outside heel hook, and he was getting advantages farmed on him essentially, if you think about it like that. But he swept him out and then passed, guy recovered and then he passed again. So he's like, that's 3 major positional gains. I gave it to the guy who did the positional work, and people were like, fucking what? Bro, it's the rules. Like if I said, put it in the context of IBJJF, he has like 9 points to 0. The guy has like 4 advantages.
Yeah.
That's it. It's clear.
It's clear. And I think in terms of like the emotional reaction to a match, people, okay, remember this match? Okay, it was a submission, but I was just thinking about it because of the pretzel bolo thing. Mm-hmm. Like, Kanard hits that pretzel bolo on Craig from outside Ashy and then takes his back. But then I was thinking...
It's like Kasai or something.
Kasai.
Yeah.
And then there was another match where, and I believe this is why Gordon never wanted to fight him again, where Kanard hits not the same entry, but it was from like a butterfly hook, but he hits a bolo, for a wedging back take from on top against Gordon.
Yeah.
Right? And I think how threatening Kanard was in that match is the actual reason Gordon never wanted to compete against him again.
I did think that Gordon's reasoning was somewhat flimsy. The Modolfo thing? I'm like, I don't know.
You didn't have enough money, bro? But you're really mad at him because they didn't release some rolling footage from a camp?
Yeah.
No, man. No.
Yeah, I thought that, I remember, like, I'm a big Gordon glazer, and I was like, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, man. Maybe it's Kanard's tough. I would have just said to people, like, Kanard's too tough, and I need to get paid more to do it.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Why would there be anything wrong with that?
Yeah.
You know? But he hits that entry, and then the come from behind, I think Gordon actually tapped him, but the come from behind was that
he backstrangled him.
He escaped the back, Gordon passes him, and then takes his back and chokes him.
Yeah, he did his float passing.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Can't believe that shit worked.
I know, right? You never see it anymore, do you?
Nah. I mean, I guess it's like a forerunner to
like high tripod with pummeling, yeah.
Yeah. I think Joseph is the evolved version.
Agree.
But without float passing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it tripped me out about Jonathan Alves. It was hard to think about why he would give all that up, you know?
Yeah.
He has this clear game as well, and it was such a winner, where he would play De La Riva, he would feed a lapel, and he would make sure that leg comes off the ground, and he's either looking for like a waiter bolo or going towards crab ride, but it was just always the same 2 things, and he was so fucking strong with his grips that he would make it work.
Yeah.
And then once it worked, he would go to 50-50, and I think it was the 50-50 that cost him being one of the most famous people.
I was genuinely about to say, every single match of Jonathan Alves I watched was boring as fuck, because he would just end up in 50-50 and be an advantage mogger.
Yeah, well, I mean, he would get up on the score.
Yeah, he would, yeah. Like, unless he was so much better than them, he would just win doing normal jiu-jitsu, and then he got to 50-50. Oh, it was so painful. I think a rule set like this would be great. You can do heel hooks. You can't do heel hooks except for 50-50.
It's like you're fighting and they just throw the knife if you see
exactly. That would fix IBJJF gi matches. You can't do heel hooks except for the gi, in the gi except for 50-50.
But the thing about having matches like that I think is important is like when Australia played Turkey and parked the bus.
Yeah.
Objectively not the most exciting thing to watch.
I agree.
But it's big for us and it's kind of big for the event. So it's like if you frame it within the event, it becomes exciting.
Yeah.
It just lends context to the story of it all.
Why do you think no gi took off more than the gi?
Oh, Craig and Gordon, for sure.
Yeah, okay.
It was a legit marketing campaign.
Yeah.
But I'm here for it. But okay, maybe that's not even true, man, because I used to only do the gi, right?
Yep.
And the first grappling industries in Sydney, I went to it, and that was like a big thing because Gracie Barha didn't like it.
Okay.
And they ran a big grading day on the same day. Grading day, seminar, I don't know what they ran, but it was on the same day, and it was kind of like taboo to go to Grappling Industries instead of that. Yeah, I know.
So strange.
In a way, it was actually good for Grappling Industries. It promoted them in a big way. It was like, this is the counterculture. In my mind, just
When was this?
2015.
Okay.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Maybe early, I don't know.
So funny being the counterculture. Grappling Industries is the counterculture.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, good for them, man.
Yeah.
Them gets like 1,000 people at the comps now.
Dude, yes. I remember I did one. It was genuinely 1,300 people in it.
Yeah.
It was fucking
It's mad.
crazy.
And they deserve it. To run a competition, have it be round robin, and like that's just invaluable for people's
Oh,
experience.
it's so good. I always send my beginners to Grappling Industries. Like they're like, oh, I'm thinking about competing. I'm like, Grappling Industries next month, dude. Jump in that bitch.
Do all of them. Get the lifetime pass.
Yeah, right. Yeah, true.
Just as many matches as possible.
Yeah.
So that's where I was going with that. So the culture of it was I would do the gi competition, and it was fun. But I was really, really average at no gi. Like hilariously average. If someone
So
put
funny.
me in any kind of leg entanglement, I was like, whoops.
I know.
Yeah. And I was like, you're being dishonorable.
Yes.
But people like to watch it.
Yep.
So they would come up to me afterwards and they would be like, man, great job. That was so cool to watch. I never got that comment in the gi. I was doing,
So random,
like I
eh?
would get submissions in the gi, I would do berimbolos, stuff like that. It was, to me, it was exciting.
Yep.
But for people watching, it seemed like no gi was more exciting. So that was prior to Craig being a huge deal, or Gordon.
Yep.
People just were really interested in watching that. Maybe.
Do you think it's just less it's like less convoluted, the no-gi? Because, you got like all these crazy sleeve guards and lapel guards and berimbolos, and like to the average viewer, it's like, what the fuck's going on?
I get that. In my mind, it's like those are tools that affect the score, right? Like the tactics that you're going to.
Yeah, I agree with that. But as in why the gi wasn't as popular is because it was more. It's like you're wearing this weird jacket, like it's just not as accessible to a random guy.
The thing is, though, it's a choice. Because, like, if no one would watch Kanard, him too, but Tainan Dalper's 6-minute run at Worlds in 4 matches, or 5, whatever he had, man.
Yeah, it was 6 in 4.
It was ridiculous to be that successful.
Yeah.
No one's watching that and thinking that that's boring.
Agree, completely.
And I think that means it's a choice. It
Yeah.
means that like you being so Jonathan Alves has beat Mika in a comp at a comp where Mika beat Tainan.
Yeah.
But Tainan is just objectively more interesting to watch than Jonathan because of the choices he makes.
For sure.
If you're Tainan, you're going to make the same choice that Jonathan does at the start of a match, which is score, right? Score, and then after that, Jonathan parks the bus, right?
Sure.
Where Tainan decides to flex.
Yeah.
It's like, now I can do my jiu-jitsu. I'm going to win. I'm winning this match. Now I can do my jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Where Jonathan is like, I'm winning this match. Now I'm going to stop doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And it's a choice you're making.
Sure.
It's the kind of athlete you are, I think.
I said that the other day. I'm like, gi is just as interesting as no gi. It's just depending on who's doing it.
Yeah.
Like
Like Gary Tonin would be interesting in the gi.
100%. There's no way he couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just who he is.
Yeah, and I fully agree. Like, it's just the athletes, because it's not like it's like no gi match has ever been bad. It's like, you're kidding.
Yeah.
There's so many.
I really believe that it's actually, the onus is on the commentary. I don't think that
interesting.
jiu-jitsu has great commentary or has had great commentary.
ACB was brutal, bro. Did you watch any of that?
No, I haven't. I saw Saunders matches,
Yeah.
but I tend not to listen to commentary these days.
Yeah, I'm a big mute guy.
It's not bad as Polaris.
I like them.
Yeah, like
like them.
they seem to like jiu-jitsu.
Raspberry Ape,
Yeah,
he
legend.
rules.
Yeah.
His match with AJ Agazam, remember that one?
No, I don't.
You don't remember that one?
Was that on Polaris?
It was.
Yeah.
Absolute scrap fest.
Really? I mean, AJ's good for one of them. Mm-hmm. I really liked seeing him get kicked off the stage when we brought up a
By
late
Wagner?
race platform before.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Just kicked him in the back,
If
straight up.
anyone deserved it. I
Yeah.
know Wagner doesn't look great in that, but also, it's AJ.
Yeah.
My favorite highlight? Not my favorite highlight. Hey, what's your favorite jiu-jitsu highlight? Can you think of one?
Oh my God.
There's some good ones.
As in ones that I like come back to regularly?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, don't put this on me, Ricky Bobby.
Can Can I give you?
Please, you go while I think of mine.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I have so many that I like.
It depends what mood you're in.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a bit old and okay. My number one all-time favorite one is Kron Gracie, the same but different.
Yep.
Because it's nearly like a piece of history or culture in jiu-jitsu as much as it is a highlight of Kron.
Yeah.
Because he's just part of that family and it's just a cool highlight.
It's
really
almost like not even about jiu-jitsu anymore. It's like it feels like it's about the human spirit.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's how that feels.
Yeah. I love that one. There's the Meow Brothers where the whole highlight is them losing to Keenan Cornelius and then right at the end Paulo beats Keenan for the final of the brown belt absolute, and it's the only time I think that he did beat him, and it stopped Keenan doing the double grand slam at brown belt. And brutal. More brutal was watching him beat these two people half his size,
Yeah.
and they're the only ones that could be competitive with him at the time.
Yeah.
But they all those other people that they were both beating, both the Meow Brothers and Keenan, were all the best people in the sport in the next generation at black belt.
Yep.
It's just that, like, no one could touch them.
Yeah.
Until, except for each other, and then Keenan kept beating them, and then one time Paulo beat Keenan.
Let's fucking go.
I swear I lost it.
Yeah.
And then that was an amazing one. That was nearly like Buchecha and oh man, I'm forgetting the name.
I'm not being rude. I just need to find the name of this highlight.
No.
You keep talking.
It was this guy that beat every single person with beautiful passing, but he couldn't beat Buchecha.
Yeah.
And he went to the UFC. His name starts with R. I'm the worst.
Rodolfo?
Rodolfo.
Oh my God, that guy.
Yeah, wow. I don't know what's wrong with me, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rodolfo.
Yeah.
So that one's amazing. There's the one of Marcio Andre and the Meow Brothers, and the Meow Brothers are doing Barambolas this whole competition. That's like a BJJ hacks one. Mm-hmm. That's really cool. Rolando Sampson.
Okay.
There's every teenager should be watching his blue and purple belt highlight.
Yeah.
And then you will run through a wall.
Let's go,
It's
dude.
ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Have you seen them?
I haven't.
It's just don't watch it with people because Eminem's in the background and like you just want to watch that one alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. In a dark room.
Yeah, that one's pretty.
I have
good.
two favorite highlights.
Yeah.
The first one is it's just called Gary Tonin. It's chaos.
Okay.
It's just it's like 3 minutes. Gary Tonin just doing crazy shit.
Hell yeah.
And then there's another one. It's a Bernardo Faria highlight.
Yeah.
Dude, he like fucking pipes himself up and then just pulls half guard, knee bars people and sweeps them.
Yeah.
I love that shit, dude.
He was nutcase when it came to competing.
Dude,
Hey.
nicest guy ever. Actual fucking psycho.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Crazy guy, man.
They should. Man, BJJ fanatics should do more clips of him being a psycho at the start of matches. It's
100%. Yeah, 100%. I want him on the pod so badly. I want him on so bad.
mad. Have good stories. I guess he's met everyone.
Yes, exactly. He's like the Oracle.
I have to say this though. Okay, my three favorite ones are 2011 and 2013 ADCC, the Stuart Cooper ones. The one with
yeah, those are
China,
great.
And I think it was on white mats, but I can't remember where it was.
Yeah, it's the one where Marcelo won. He subbed everyone.
And then the other one was where it has the Jezebels playing, and everyone needs to watch it. If you haven't watched it, go watch them. They're amazing.
They're so good.
You're doing yourself a disservice if you haven't watched them. It's probably why Stuart Cooper did the highlights for CJI. I think that was a cool thing that Craig understood that most people didn't, is just he's been around for so long and just got the culture of jiu-jitsu and was kind of trying to bring it to a new audience.
I got followed by Stuart Cooper the other day.
Hell yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Hell yeah. He's a legend.
Yeah.
I met him a couple times, and I think he's doing stuff for the UFC BJJ now. I could be wrong.
Cool.
Could be wrong.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I learned he has a Patreon.
Does he?
He has a Patreon, and I might subscribe to it today because it has all of those matches that you're talking about that he's filmed on his Patreon.
Oh, like in their entirety?
Yes.
Yeah, wow, they wouldn't be anywhere else, would they?
No. How interesting is that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually.
I learned that the other day. I can't remember who told me. I think it might have been Adam from Adapt. Shout out Adapt. Yeah. Did I get the answer from you of what the thing you're obsessed with right now?
It was just watching Jonathan.
I was watching Jonathan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was trying to figure out why he was boring versus other people being interesting.
Yep.
Because I never really found him that boring. But I think
Yeah.
it's the 50-50 that made
Yeah,
him
that
boring.
did ruin it.
But I really believe it's a choice. Like,
As in being boring is a choice, is what you're saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any rule set that will make boring people interesting.
I totally agree. Yep. Elder Cruz, dude.
Yeah, sure.
He's
Yeah.
never going to be exciting. Sorry, bro. I don't like how you do jiu-jitsu.
There's that one takedown that Mika has on him where it was like, he picks up a single
yes.
leg and then goes to his back and turns it into essentially a lower leg shift and then gets back up.
Yeah. Oof. Insane. I watched that the other day and I was like, oh, maybe my slightly elevated brain from 2 years later will know what's going on. It still didn't know what was going on.
I mean, that's just my take on it.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine...
He's like whips him through and he's on his back. It's like, what the fuck happened there?
In my mind, it's very similar to... So, Kanard would do this thing, and it's an Atos thing, where someone picks up a single leg on them and they'll grab their opponent's knee and then walk into them. And they either fall over or they run them out of bounds. But either way, you're not finishing the single leg, right?
Okay. Oh, wait. If it's being picked up on you,
So you pick up a single leg on me,
you run me out of bounds.
I'd make an overhook and I grab your knee, like the pants
yep.
of the knee on
Okay.
the other side and then walk into you. If you fall over, great. And if you walk out of bounds, then they're going to reset a standing. You're not going to get the single leg.
That makes
so
sense.
either way, it wins. And you can't call me stalling because I'm trying to take you down.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah.
One of them IBJJF strats. Well, Mika, he's like, picks up the single leg and a pretty similar thing happens. But he voluntarily goes to his back. And then it's like some people might call it generating momentum. Have you ever done the wrestle up from reverse de la Hiva? It's just like,
you
start to invert and then
you
you come,
turn- yeah.
like you rock back. Very similar thing. But it's,
Patrick to Gordon.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Didn't know. And then the same way the reverse de la Hiva hook is kicking them forward in that instance, it would just be your other knee. So it essentially is a lower leg shift.
Sure.
Right?
Yep.
That's what Danaher calls a lower leg shift. Sort of. Like similar movement.
Yeah.
And then you can use that to wrestle back up because you're not square with them anymore.
You're on your side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that was my take on what he did with Elder. But I could just be misremembering. I do that sometimes.
No, that's fine. Yeah. Better idea than me.
No, not at all. Literally not at all. I've been watching you teach techniques actually, and I'm like, fuck, he's doing that better than I would show it.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah, I hate that. What is that? Okay, what makes someone good at showing techniques?
I don't know. It's a good question, eh?
Because the idea is you're inserting your ideas into somebody else's head,
Yeah.
but then Johnny Wilkinson, English rugby player, talks about how this was just an interesting take that I saw on Instagram, that he uses emotive language to describe what the technique should feel like when you do it. So
That's interesting.
as an example, he kicks a soccer ball, kicks a football, and he talks about, I think he says slap. So it should seem like a slap, or it should say where if you hit it in a different way, if it strikes the ball in a different way, it won't seem like a slap, it'll seem like a thud or something like that.
Sure, that makes sense.
And in this way, what's actually happening to the ball is different, and what it sort of translates to your brain becomes slightly different.
Yeah.
Well, you see Danaher talk about it a little bit as well. So you make a 2-on-1, they should be afraid of your 2-on-1. Your elbows come to your ribs with a 2-on-1 so that if they walk away, you're going to go with them. In that way, and then nearly like using a certain type of language would make your body go rigid, right? Like how do you explain that your abs are contracting, that your back is going, your lower back is going somewhat straight, your shoulder blades are contracting, your elbows are going to your ribs, all these things are happening. But how do you get that across to people in fewer words than what I just said?
Yeah.
Right? Or, like in general, there is definitely a way to describe things to people that are way clearer than if we become verbose with the words.
Yeah.
Like if I throw you a ball, I could throw a ball and ask you to describe where it's going to land. You could figure out the projectile velocity. You could describe an arc for the ball, or you could catch it.
Yeah.
Right?
You just
And
know where it's going.
You know where it's going.
Yeah.
It's like, how do we get these ideas into somebody else's head?
As a little kid, you keep your eye on the ball.
Right. Well, yeah, there's many ways, right? So sometimes using more words to describe a technique is not better.
No, definitely not. So when I first started, I was just a copy of Danaher, basically. I would just, because that was where I learnt from, and the techniques I'm teaching, I learned it from him, so I'm just copying what he's telling, what he's saying, basically. And then I would talk too long, I would give too many details, and then
I've lived this class.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You just don't need to. It's not necessary. Because then it really changed for me actually when I went and learnt from Danaher in person.
He doesn't teach that
Not
well?
at all.
Wow, okay.
Genuinely sub 3 minutes for one move. Sub 2 sometimes.
Okay.
Like he'll show it twice. The thing he does at the start of the lesson is he gives the context for everything that they're going to show today. He'll describe a problem that they're trying to solve, and then the rest of the class will be tools to solve the problem, essentially. And so the longest he'll talk is the first technique, basically. And so when I actually went and learnt from him in person, I was like, oh, you don't need to tell an entire instructional's worth of techniques. The only reason he does that in the instructionals because he's trying to put all of his knowledge on one subject into a giant DVD that you could reference years later.
So it's reference material.
Right.
I always got that sense from watching his stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if you taught a class on close guard, you would show everything that he had from, escaping close guard. You would show everything that that he shows on escaping close guard. And the people in the room, the burden would be on them to take that information, digest it into something they could do and then apply it.
Yep.
This is not coaching though, is it? What he's doing in that other situation that you've described as coaching, which is trying to solve a problem.
Yep.
I had a reel yesterday, which you made, which was attacking front. This is a Mika Galvao thing, right? It was actually a bit of a contentious point with Mika versus Andy because there was a legitimate argument to be made that Andy should have scored, but he does it in so many other matches where Mika will, if he gets any kind of passing sequence, he forces a front headlock, right? And if he finishes the front headlock, great, but he doesn't finish it that much. Most of the time he attacks the back because it creates a dilemma where you either give the front headlock or give your back, right? Well, the problem that he's just solved is essentially a go behind or a pin.
Yep.
You can't pin someone in side control because they'll turtle, right? And going behind is hard because their arms get in the way or they stand. Or any one of 50,000 things, right? So you create a dilemma between the front headlock to force them to give you the back, and he manages it most of the time. Especially if you take that concept and then just fire it like a gun. So teaching techniques effectively, in my mind, becomes has to include those elements. It's the tactical consideration, so where it's happening and in what match.
For sure.
Right. So an ADCC will be very different to IBJJF.
Yep. Big time.
And but you have to tell people that context. You have
Yes.
to give them that scenario for them to understand. Then there's the technique, the A, B, and C of what you're doing, right? And then there's the mentality with which it happens, and that's where that emotive language would
Yeah, big time.
And if it has those three elements, usually people are able to apply it, or they'll be able to take the scenario and then figure out an answer for themselves.
Yeah.
Given that context.
I was very proud of this yesterday. I had a brand new white belt, like 90% doing a high risk guillotine on his first class in live training.
Oh man.
I was so happy. He just had his hand like slightly in the wrong spot. And then I fixed it, and then the next round he legitimately like did it. Like they were like helping him a bit, like not just trying to bash him. But like he doesn't know that. It's his first session. He's just feeling how his body works. And he fully set the thing, grabbed his elbow,
That's mad.
wrapped the legs around. Like, dude, yes.
You're glowing.
My guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anytime I get lost, I always just think, like as in lost, as in what do I teach tonight? I'm like, what problem am I trying to solve for these guys? I think back to like how my rounds with them have gone, or when I'm currently injured, I look at how the rounds are going. I'm like, all right, no one's finishing on the back, for example. Like, well, fuck, I gotta try and fix this. I gotta try and up the submission rate on the back, something like that. And I'll show some stuff I haven't shown before.
Okay, I guess that's why what you just said reminded me why I got obsessed with Jonathan, because the way he does a Baron Bowler using using having fed the lapel is very different to the way, say, Levi would do it. And it's successful.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would someone with a totally different idea be in no way, far out, in a different way, also like in a different way, quite beautiful.
Yep.
Like Levi's jiu-jitsu is so aesthetic.
For sure.
But Jonathan's berimbolos can be as well. And I was just sort of thinking, why? When they're so dramatically different. And I guess in that way, you'd have to be looking at what makes them work in the first place.
Yeah.
Right. And then that's where I was going with that. I'm going to compete more in the gi so I can get this across better.
Oh, that'd be
because,
cool.
Yeah, man, it's just fun.
Yeah.
I think it could be fun again.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, a lot of people do find it fun. It's just that for so long, I think the narrative needed to be that no gi is more interesting than the gi because Danaher's school, which was becoming so successful in ADCC, was, I mean, that it serves them for marketing material.
For sure.
Whereas like, it was a bit of a shame because you can see it now, the outcome, in that guard players suffer. Guard players suffer because being on bottom, unless the commentary educates the audience as to what's happening and why it's interesting, then they're not going to find it interesting.
Yeah.
And they're just going to think they lose. I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast, but I was watching that match between Junior Casio and Gio Martinez with Luke Martin at the time.
Yeah. And you both had completely different takes on the ending.
Right.
Yeah.
As in, I'm watching a match where Junior's doing weighted bolo, outside bolo, he's attacking leg locks. In my mind, he's the only one proactively doing jiu-jitsu. Whereas Gio's on top attacking submissions from on top. So it's like in that scenario, it'd be like, I can't even remember the match, but it'd be like rolling front headlock, straight ankle lock, things like this. But if it's a counter, in my mind, you're kind of not being the one dictating what's happening and therefore losing.
Sure.
But at the end of the match, before the result was called out, I asked Luke who he thought he won, and like unequivocally, he's like, Gio. And I couldn't see his perspective.
Yeah.
And then it became a very interesting conversation because why would he have such a different perspective to me on this match where we both know the techniques that are happening from both players?
Yep.
So why is our judgment on the effectiveness or the outcome of the match, the effectiveness of the techniques or the outcome of the match so dramatically different? This is a conversation that should be happening rather than this is gay or that's gay. We're all gay.
Everything's gay, dude.
Everything's a spectrum.
It's so gay. Yeah. No, that's a good point. What time is it? Well, I could ask you, what made you, like all I knew from you when I was getting to know you was just that you were in the gi, and then you made a sudden switch to no gi. Why did you make that switch?
Opportunity and the opportunities and COVID. No gi was kind of my lockdown hobby.
Oh, that's fun.
And it was also around 2021, right? So it was, Lockie had that run in 2019, and I had gone to train with him before that. And at the time, I think he thought that the false route was going to be the big winner for him. He was looking for the next, I guess what we needed as Aussies was to have a game that was dramatic, right?
Yeah.
Because that we so infrequently got opportunities that
we had to surprise him.
Right.
Yeah.
And
He had the same idea. Sorry to cut you off. He had the same idea with the 2022 ADCC with his Choi bars, I think.
Yeah, because he could hit a Choi bar when the hand was on this side of his head, right? So if the collar tie is like an overback, he could still go here and then.
Yeah. Sorry.
That paired with open guard, right?
Yeah.
So between open guard and that Choi bar, that he was going to have a lot of success. Hectic idea.
Yeah, cool idea.
But that is my favorite thing to point out, by the way, to people. In that, that idea didn't work. Right?
No,
the idea that he had didn't work.
Yeah.
So what if Muhammad Ali's rope-a-dope didn't work? It would be a very different conversation about Muhammad Ali. He would still be a hero. He would. But if the rope-a-dope didn't work...
And he got fucking flatlined?
Yeah, or just lost.
Yeah.
Even. Just lost. He's not the same... He's not considered the same way.
That's a good point, isn't it?
And then what if... Because Conor had a very similar idea with what he was doing with Khabib.
Yeah.
What if that had worked? Well, then we're having a very different conversation.
Now Conor's the greatest of all time.
Right. And so it's so much, so the idea that made these people successful and creative and Genius was the same thing. It was in that they were essentially being defensive until the person got tired and then becoming successful with their game.
It's Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Anakin, by the way.
Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Anakin, like which one?
The on Mustafar.
Like the Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah. Obi-Wan waited till he rope-a-doped until Anakin got frustrated, did something he shouldn't have done, got his legs cut off.
Fair enough. Did you think that the Obi-Wan show though kind of undid that in the sense that it showed Obi-Wan as somehow just being better?
No, I thought that people are gonna be pissed that we just I undid this conversation with Star Wars.
It's the same conversation.
I know.
It's
We can
go back. I forget what it was even about. We're talking about Star Wars now.
We were talking. Okay, so Anakin. Basically, I think about this. Obi-Wan is Anakin's daddy forever.
Yeah.
Right? Because he put him in that suit. He ruined his life. Took his wife away from him. You know, it's his perspective.
Yeah.
And then put him in this suit and crippled him and ruined his power potential. He's living rent-free in his head, essentially.
I mean, it was for sure Palpatine that did those things to
No,
him.
it is.
Yeah.
But Anakin is not taking responsibility.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So he thinks it's Obi-Wan's fault, not his own fault. So then when he goes to fight him, he's unbalanced. He's not centered in the Force. He's not, his stone cold killer self. When he sees Obi-Wan, he's like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. I'm pissed. I'm unbalanced. I'm not calm, collected Sith that I usually am. Obi-Wan is locked in, dude. He's locked in on it. So then when Anakin, or Darth Vader, fights Obi-Wan, he's not really up to his full potential because he's unbalanced by Obi-Wan because of how much he hates him.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like, I can fully see your perspective. What I'm saying is that Obi-Wan TV show didn't need to happen. Because by the time episode 4 comes around, well, whatever.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
He said when they're having that duel that when we last saw each other, I was the apprentice and you were the master, and now it's reversed. Essentially, that was the line. And it was like, okay, so it means we know that the outcome of their previous encounter had to be Obi-Wan winning. So by the time the stakes were so low, because the whole season, all we're waiting for is this duel between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan that we know Obi-Wan wins.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with that.
It was 8 episodes of just waiting for something we knew was coming.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's on me for watching, to be honest with you.
But then we got that really cool scene where
I get it.
where Obi-Wan was like apologizing for what he did, took some ownership in the fall of Anakin.
I don't think it was his fault. I think he was just being himself. Okay, David Filoni talks about this, where Obi-Wan was not Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon
Yeah, he wasn't ready for it.
Sorry?
He wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, it was not supposed to be his master. He wasn't supposed to be a father figure.
Yeah.
He was his brother.
Yep.
And he was doing what brothers do, which is fine. He was the right person, but not to be the father figure that Anakin needed.
Sure, he wasn't ready, but you could still say it's still his fault.
I think, but it's, okay.
Regardless of whether he's ready, it's still his fault.
What, to just be something he's not?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a tough one for me. Like, that'd be like, that'd be a straw man for me to compare it to something else.
It's
not the best. It's not, okay, you know what my favorite Star Wars duel is?
Yeah.
It's Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan, but it's in the animated series Star Wars Rebels. And it's based on the Duel of the Fates, right? So...
Wait, they dueled in Rebels? Oh.
That's where he killed him. That's where Obi-Wan... Spoilers. That's where Obi-Wan actually kills Darth Maul. And what's cool about it is he has this one form that he always uses.
Yeah.
Right? Which is what he's well known for.
Yep.
And it starts with a specific movement.
Yeah.
With like a specific
There's
posture.
a little salute.
Yeah. So it's his specific posture, and I'm not going to do it because I'm sorry.
I can't do that either.
Yeah. But
gay.
it's too much.
It's too much.
But then the move that Darth Maul recognized in Qui-Gon is Qui-Gon used the same form as Yoda, which needs heaps of room and heaps of jumping, which is why in the enclosed space that happened in Duel of the Fates, that he was actually able to beat Qui-Gon. It's not that he was like not as good. It's just that he didn't have the space to use the form.
And he was tired.
Sure.
Yep.
Well, what happens is when they meet again in the desert, Qui-Gon just fucking tricks him. And I think this
Obi-Wan.
is what, Obi-Wan tricks him.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan tricks him by starting with the form that he's good at. Darth Maul looks at that and then recognizes that he's doing his Obi-Wan form. Then he pivots and does the posture of Qui-Gon's form.
Yeah.
And he recognizes now, I'm going to do the same thing to him now that I did to Qui-Gon then. And the start of it, when they run at each other, opens the same way. But then, obviously, Obi-Wan was tricking him and then just fucks him up. And the whole duel is one move.
It's, yeah. Genuinely. So sick.
And the only way you would know how cool that is if you were obsessed with Star Wars already.
Yeah, I can appreciate it. No, everyone's gone at this point. Oh, fuck, dude.
But what were we talking about?
We were talking about Lachlan making the choice of, like we were talking about K-Guard and Choi bars, and as people in Australia had to be different.
Yeah, okay, so this is it. Aussies needed a form that no one else saw,
Yes,
right?
yes.
That you couldn't respond to, and
Yes.
his actual skill was 50-50, and the way he got there was K-Guard.
Yep.
Right? Because he was that earlier in that same competition, he wasn't successful with Lucas Lepre.
Mm-hmm.
Later in the competition, he adjusts his approach, and
Yep.
now he's become successful with using a K-Guard entry, which no one had ever seen before, because it works on the same premise.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving up the battle, the initial battle of seated, right, in order to wrestle up.
Yep.
Or take inside position, you're giving up that initial battle, and then they think that you're cooked,
Yeah.
and then you just approach it from this totally different way. He full mind fucked him. He Obi-Wan the shit out of three
He did.
people. 4 people? 3 people?
3 people.
Yeah. Kanard, Patrick Gaudio, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
They were the big ones. Yeah.
That's
amazing thing.
Crazy.
That happens on that same premise.
Yeah.
That's where we're going with
That is what we were going
Holy
with that.
shit.
We got it, dude.
It doesn't matter. They stopped listening 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, they're fucking gone. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to his Patreon.
Oh, please.
Please. I have nothing. Subscribe to this, and that's it. Goodbye. Have fun with the match review. If it's at the end of this, enjoy it. If it's in another video, I'll see you there.
So, yeah, terrible. That's actually terrible.
Yeah. I'm working on my exits, man. Fuck.